Sabin Time, we're your hosts, Kat
and Maddie.
Discuss a wide variety of topics, and I have been waiting for today's topic for a while now. I'm so happy. Maddie is, it's gonna be fun, Maddie. I promise. I'll be good. I'll try not to piss you off.
No, that is a lie.
Anyways, today we're talking about fan theories and how fun they can be. And as you can tell, I personally love fan theories. I love thinking about them. I like composing them. They are fun. But Maddie doesn't like when I think about them or compose them because they usually end up in pain.
She has her folders out, her spreadsheets and all her data, and it's probably spread out everywhere. She has her Illuminati threads linking all these things. And I was like, Kat, please stop.
Well, it's funny because you'll say something and I'll be like, oh yeah, that kind of could be used as evidence. And then you get mad at me. It's like, oh shit, I keep forgetting. I gotta stop doing that with you. I can do it with other people. I can't do it with you because it pisses you off.
Nah, don't do it. Don't do it.
I won't. I'll try not to do it. Look, I really will try. I will. But yeah, so before we get into some fun fan theories or whatever, I kind of want to generalize what we're talking about. I feel like there are three types of fan theories. There's the plausible kind, which is what the show or game or movie or whatever has been hinting at throughout the time, but you don't have all the information. So it's it could happen and it most likely will happen, but we don't know, and until you know, it's still a theory.
Mm-hmm.
And do you have any examples? Because I do.
I have WoW examples, but
that's fine.
Don't think
WoW examples are fun.
For example, there's a theory rolling around that certain orc by the name of Saurfang is gonna probably be the next war chief of the Horde, based on the fact that Sylvanas has pissed off a lot of members of the Horde, started a war, burnt down a major city of the Alliance, and unhonorably, because honor is one of the main things of the Horde, and so they were pissed off. So there's a big theory going around that Sylvanas is going to be out soon and Saurfang will be in, but it obviously has not happened yet, and so it's just a theory at this point. It's a theory at this point, though. There's a lot of evidence pointing towards it.
Yeah. See, for me, I actually have an example from Natsume Yujo, which, of course, I'm going to bring up a couple of times today, because, yeah. There's a theory going around, and it's one way or another, but there's a theory that we already know who Natsume's grandfather is because of the way the show is structured. So there's been a lot of hints kind of dropped throughout the show about who Reiko eventually had a child with. But yeah, we don't know for sure. And so there are some plausible theories about who that could be. Until it happens, though, we don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah. But no, it's fun to think about, for sure. But out of the three, I would say it's the least fun to think about because it's you're almost always right when you start thinking about that kind of thing. When I was playing Cold Steel, I had a theory on who a certain character would end up being. And then I was right, and I tried to spend the rest of the game proving myself wrong. But it was that was a theory until the point where it was revealed.
You're playing Cold Steel with Reen Cold Steel?
Yes, Reen Cold Steel.
From Legends of Cold
Get on
Steel.
his meme level. That was great.
Sorry, my dog is sleeping in a very funny position, so I had to take a picture.
Oh my god, are you going to post a picture in the video?
Sure. Yay. I'll put a marker. I gotta highlight the right thing. Anyway, yeah.
Yay! Puppy!
Yes, dog. Yeah, I know exactly what character you're talking about, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
of course you do. You've played Cold Steel.
Fucking screw that guy. I'm kidding. I don't hate him that much, but still. He fooled
No,
me
I
till the
understand.
very end, and so I was like, God damn you.
Oh, and I imagine that's so much worse than
Yeah.
figuring it out. Because you're so trusting.
I wasn't that. I also
No, but I mean,
kind of
it's not
I
one of those
spoiled
things.
myself at one point, right?
Yes.
But
You saw
even
the cover art for
yes,
the OST?
but
Yeah.
yes, but even at that point, I was like, how does this happen? Like the connection that's very obviously there
Right.
completely slipped over my head, and I was like, how did I fall for that? Oh, why am I stupid?
Yeah, but at the same time, sometimes it's nice to fall for things because like that emotional impact of when you fall for things is like, oh my god, I feel so betrayed right now. I just came here for a good time and I'm honestly feeling a little attacked.
I just came here for a good time, and I'm honestly feeling a little attacked. I don't know what you want to do about that, but
But yeah, no, the plausible fan theories are fun, but almost always like proven eventually. So they're not my favorite thing to latch on to.
I love them
And
because they're most likely going to be true, and they're not full of pain usually. Sometimes,
I
maybe.
mean, that's not entirely true. There are some plausible fan theories that are full of pain. And it's just waiting for the pain to hit. And it's like, oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt so much when it happens. No, don't. So yeah. But no, I see what you're saying. Yeah. They're not yeah. Um I do want to say, and I probably should have said this before I started the categories. We might dip into spoiler territory. I'm gonna try and avoid it, but
I mean,
it may
Cat's
not be.
gonna dip into spoiler territory.
Well, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try not to, but I may not be able to. So yeah, heads up. I will tell you what I'm spoiling. How about that?
Okay.
So anyways, the second category is kind of like the middle of the road category. Your general what if scenarios. Like they could be plausible, but they could also just be, for fun and silly.
Mm-hmm.
But I have an example again with Natsume Jinsho, where it's what if Natsume is part yokai? And there's actually quite a bit of evidence throughout the show to back this up. But until it happens, it's still just a glorious what if scenario.
Sorry.
No, you're not sorry. Don't lie.
Mm.
Do you have any fun what if scenarios, Maddie?
Yeah, sort of, but it's
Oh! You give me a hard time potentially spoiling things, and then the first thing you say after that is a
I can do another WoW one, but where's the fun in that?
You can do WoW ones. That's fine.
But there's
Talk
one
about
for
WoW.
Zestiria and Berseria, but it's
Okay.
spoilery.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, well, have fun with it.
You
Let's go.
understand now?
Yes. I just laughed because you gave me a hard time.
Shut up.
Aw.
That's right. Ow. Anyway, which one now I'm gonna do now? This is more a what if next game scenario.
Oh, okay.
But it's what if crap! You haven't played the game yet. Shit. Okay, never mind. I won't do that one.
Do you want me to take off my headphones for a bit?
Nah, it's fine. I'll do WoW.
Okay.
Though this is already past, but there was a huge what if. Multiple people. We already know who burnt down the world tree. It's Sylvanas because she's an asshole. But before last week, there was a bunch of what ifs going on. So there's like, what if the king of the High King of the Alliance actually burned down the world tree, and like the evidence or like the theories behind that was like, oh, if there's a bunch of horde occupying the tree, we have to do what we have to do in order for them to not take this very valuable thing, and we're gonna have to apply scorched earth. But it's like really against his character, but people are like, man, what if Anduin actually did that?
Right.
So that was a huge, like, I mean, it's plausible, highly unlikely, but it's there. Oh, excuse me. And then there was just the other, that was like the most extreme one. There was other ones of like, all of them were like members of the Alliance who actually burnt down the world tree rather than the Horde.
And from the sounds of it, that would have been a potentially more interesting way to take it.
Yeah. It would have. But, the way they did it, this is good. Horde players are complaining. Alliance players are getting mad because there's literally a point where it's just you are inside the burning city and you have 2 minutes to try and save
Oh my God.
1,000 civilians. And Blizzard designed that quest deliberately so you knew you couldn't save everyone. And the whole city's
Aw.
burning around you, and you're like, save as many as you can before you pass out. And it's like, you feel so helpless. It's like the first time in WoW where it's like, I feel very emotional during this.
I know.
Wow.
You were telling me about after you did that. You're like, I'm upset. I need like a break.
I can't play WoW right now.
Yeah,
I'm
I
very
am
upset.
mad. I'm upset. I am all of these emotions, and I just don't know what I'm feeling. And I'm like, oh, Maddie.
I don't know anymore. You bitch. Honest, you asshole. Oh my god. Yeah. Then there's some night elves that stay behind. They're just like, we're gonna stay here with our beloved temple, and if we go, we go.
Aww.
For the Alliance. Bye, everyone. It's like, oh no! Horde, you bastard! Though it's more Sylvanas, and yes, I know.
Yeah.
But whatever. Anyway, yeah. There were some fun what if theories going about that before we all found out that it was Datsuda, the most plausible person. Oh, okay.
I hate when that happens. So much time and effort into thinking about something and like, yeah, this could work. And then it's like, no, it's the most obvious solution.
It's the most obvious solution. Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then quickly before we actually go in depth into some fun fan theories, and I will avoid one that pisses Maddie off because
No, you won't.
No, I will. I have other ones to talk about.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
You should talk about your theory about who the Grandmaster is. I want to hear that one.
I'm not gonna talk. That's the one theory I will not talk about.
I want to hear it, Kat. I want to hear it, Kat.
Okay, fine. We'll figure out a way to do that.
I'm kidding.
Third category are the probably the most fun, but also the least plausible. The crazy crack theories of like, what if? And my crazy crack theory is, what if all Falcom games are in the same universe?
We joked about this last other podcast.
Yeah.
I was just like, what if all these games are just games within games within games?
Exactly. What if Cold Steel is people from Tokyo Xanadu acting in a video game? What if Ys is just a really popular series from like the 70s in Tokyo Xanadu? Like, you can connect them all.
Tokyo Xanadu is basically the base world for
it
all
have
Falcom games because it's a normal world and literally there's Falcom shilling up the butt in that game.
There's Falcom shilling up the butt. There is trailers for Cold Steel 2 and 3. There's talk about the fighting game crossover. There's
my god, that picture. They can't just put out that picture and be like,
I know.
Here's this
I'm hoping that's a real thing, because that would be awesome. If they did another alternative saga, I would be the happiest person in the universe, even though I know I'd have to import it.
Falcom, just a rhythm game, just come on.
Yeah, a rhythm game would be amazing.
Rhythm game, please.
The fact that they haven't done a rhythm game is kind of like dumb.
They have so much music to pull from rhythm games.
I know.
And it's like, come on. This is like a money sink waiting to happen.
Yeah.
I will buy all those DLCs.
Oh, same. 100%. I would as well, because, yeah. But we can hope. But, yeah. I don't know why they haven't done it.
It'd be such a good thing. Anyway.
It really would be. But yeah, so yeah, my crazy crack theory is definitely all Falcom games, assuming Tokyo Xanadu is the epicenter, are either AUs or connected to each other, either through things being games within games, like you said.
Games within games within games.
Yep.
Wahahaha.
Do you have any crazy, probably not gonna happen? Yeah, you found me.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Koroks, get out of my head. No, not really.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure if you had any for this category, just because they're so out there, and it's just like...
It's like most of my theories have like some evidence or plausibility behind it.
And to be fair, same with me. I prefer having a little bit of evidence, even in that theory where Falcom games are all connected. I am basing it on the fact that in that one game. It shows connections to all the other games in a world where Falcom got popular.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is it?
No. Remember my mood before this.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
I'm looking around my room. There's a bunch of Persona stuff. I can't really make any theories about Persona stuff.
Well, and especially because Persona in particular does tend to push the envelope with canon, right? Like when you have a fighting game and a dungeon crawling game where characters who shouldn't be there are there.
It's like spin-off crossover, not Persona Q. It's investigation team who are all police officers against the Phantom Thieves.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. There's a detective. There's Yuna Kamu, who's basically a detective.
Yep.
There's Chie, who's a police officer, and then everyone else is just backup. And then there's the Phantom Thieves.
There you go.
Easy money. Funny. Easy money crossover.
Yep. Oh man, that would be pretty good. And anything that shows Naoto all grown up would be fun.
Oh my god, grown up Naoto. Yeah, so it's no Q shit, right? I mean, Q could be is probably gonna be great, but like it's not each one in their timeline, like in their prime, going to the thing. No, it's proper timeline. They meet in real time. So, investigation team is older than the Phantom Thieves. I.e., that's all I'm saying.
Because, yeah, I know we actually do kind of have a sort of timeline because Persona 5 does the XX thing, but Persona 3 and 4 have years attached to them.
Like, I thought each one was supposed to be 2 years. Because they said Rosette.
That's what I thought.
Rosette is 20.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like... So I think this is their way of being like, okay, it's modern day. We're not giving you exact year, but their age reality is they are about 3 years older than the next group. But it's probably why they didn't give an actual time, because it'd be like, you can't be 3 years, but the time is 2017, like, because this game came out in 2010 or whenever it came out.
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah. I love all the memes going out about how Futaba's gonna freak out when the investigation team pull out their flip phones, and he's like, what kind of ancient technology is this? I'm just like, oh, Futaba, I really hope that woman is in there.
Oh god, that'd be great.
Oh man. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, Persona. I had to bring Persona in it somehow.
Oh yeah, of course. I would add more theories of Persona, but like the reality with Persona is so crazy that you don't really need theories at all.
No. What if teenagers are able to break into freaking diet buildings, pretend to be dead, walk around in a hoodie, not get caught, and then go into a universe where they disappear in real life, but in front of a bunch of people, and nobody ever catches them, never catches on. A group of teenagers disappear.
Oh god, and even like trying to figure out, like, I don't think anyone goes into a Persona game and figures out the bad guy till it's revealed.
Which is good on them.
Like, it's good on one hand, but at the other hand, it can be, like, so pulling out of your ass, like...
Oh, well...
Like, the Persona 5 or 4 true villain is like, wow, you just pulled that right really out of there, didn't you?
Out of nowhere. Well, they did the double thing, right? So it's just like, okay, you figured out the first one, and it's like, oh my god, really? Okay, I didn't expect that, and you could end there. Don't end there.
Yeah.
And then there's a second one, it's like, oh, you bastard. But then within that second one, there's another one. You're like, wait, what? And then from there, you got the true ending, which is like, what? And then even further, if you go golden, there's the true ending.
Yep.
Where one person is part of the... Yeah, so it's like, wow, you really went down a hole, Atlas. Okay.
It's like, no, you really wanted to pull the wool over people's eyes, and, like, to be fair, you did it.
You did it, yeah. The people are just, like, confused. Okay.
Yeah. Because I think had they stopped at the first big... okay, well, not the first. I guess technically the second.
The second.
If you're... Yeah.
Yeah.
If you stop there, that's still a really good ending, and not one you might pick up on it, but you probably won't.
Yeah. Like, the signs are there if you know to look for them.
Exactly. Like, replaying the game, I was like, oh, yeah, I can that
you totally
character
tell
is.
that.
It's like it's so obvious. How could anyone miss it? But you do miss it when you're playing it the first time, for sure. But yeah, and then it goes like into Crazy Town with
Yeah.
all the bullshit other bosses afterwards.
It's
It's like
like,
what the hell is going on
okay,
here,
game,
Atlas?
okay, is like, yeah. So it's like no secret that the end boss of Persona games is you defeat a god.
Yeah, that's not a secret. It's like
But it's
God
like
or
it's
or the
like it's
devil
like
or whatever
boss, god.
deity. Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that it went from God and it's like, okay, we did it, we beat the Persona, and then it's like you forgot the true ending, and it's like, whoa, wait, are you kidding me right now? What do you want from me? We defeated
Aw.
one of you.
Now you got to do it for
You gotta do it
realsies.
for realsies in the wise word of Ryuji, our partner. For real?
Hey, Ryuji's a good boy.
Ryuji's a good
Just
boy.
just gonna say that right now.
Yeah. All right. What were we talking about?
I'm not sure, so we
What's
should
this pod?
probably jump back on topic.
Okay. Oh, we were talking about
Um,
Persona things,
yes,
and then got off topic with that. Yes,
yeah,
I remember now. Okay. We talked about the third category. We know what the
yes,
third
and
category
and I'm
is.
going to uh I'm gonna mention a crazy crack theory uh for that category because I figure that'll be fun, and then we can talk about more fun fan theories, and then we can talk about in if we enjoy fan theories because I think that's probably what the topic is actually about. But talking about the fan theories themselves is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fun for me.
Okay.
Okay. So my crazy crack theory that is probably not accurate, but is still really fun to think about is in Natsume Yujincho because I'm gonna bring it up every fucking time.
Great. Excellent.
In the manga he has silver hair and green eyes, and in the anime he has like blondish hair and brown eyes.
Hold up. He has silver hair in the manga.
Yes, he does.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so a lot of people like argue over which one is canon because like they technically both are because the creator would have had to approve the change of hair color in the anime, right? So my crazy crack theory that I came up with Teresa Shiho, who is in our Discord, and you can come chat with us in the Discord. We came up with a theory where it's like, what if both are true? What if people who can't see spirits and the like see the blonde hair and brown eyes, and because we the viewers can't see spirits, we are included in that brown hair, brown eyes. But other exorcists and people who can see and other yokai see the silver hair and the green eyes. Because the whole thing is every time somebody meets him for the first time, they're like unsure if he's human or yokai. And it's like, well, there's nothing about him that screams not human if you're looking at the blonde hair and brown eyes. But if you're looking at a silver-haired, green-eyed kid in the middle of nowhere in Japan, that's a little unhuman. So like, so that's my crazy crack theory is that both colorations are correct.
Okay.
It'll
All
never
right.
be proven, but it's fun. It's fun to think about.
Your brain can just take off sometimes.
Yeah, that's what makes this so fun. That's probably why I like fan theories as much as I do. Because like, even if I'm wrong, even if I have a plausible fan theory and it proves wrong, I'm still like, oh, okay, it was fun to think about at least. Like you said with the world tree burning down, you weren't upset that it wasn't the other guy, right?
Uh, no. I wasn't upset that I was wrong. I was
Yeah.
upset because Blizzard wanted me to be upset, but not because
Yes.
I was wrong.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. So, I think I know your answer based on which one you talked about the most, but out of those three kinds of fan theories, which is your favorite to think about, if any?
uh, so like the thing is with me, I like talking. I guess I like theory crafting, but it's like really specifically with WoW.
Yes.
So very
Well, that's the thing
specifically.
you like the most, pretty much. Like, you've been with WoW for how many years?
Well, I've been researching it for probably the last 7 or 8.
But you've been playing it for, like, what, 14?
Well, since it's been out, so 14 years.
Yeah. So, of course, that's the thing you're going to have the most fun theory crafting. You've been there from the start, and you've been able to make opinions based on both what you've experienced and what you've read in the WoW Bibles.
Yeah, the WoW Bibles. It's really funny / annoying because last night we started talking about WoW with my D&D group.
Okay.
After D&D, we talk in the street like plebs, and my best friend who plays WoW with me, we're going to BlizzCon this year, came out and we started talking about WoW, and me and him started talking about it seriously while they were talking about it jokingly, and they're like, man, like, this is bad, like, all these things, Blizzard's, like, lore writing is crap, and then I'm like, whoa, David.
Hold up, back up.
Back the train here. You have no right to say any of that because the one time you were trying to tell me WoW lore, you said it all wrong. So I don't think you know anything about what you're talking about.
Oh, my favorite is theory crafting with somebody who it's like, did we watch the same thing?
Yeah.
Did we play the same game? Like, because you're so wrong. Yeah. I'm genuinely assuming we play the same thing.
It's like, whoa. You did not just say that. But yeah, it's like theory crafting for the next expansion. Like, we were talking, or me and Ryan, who are actually talking about it seriously, because he's a Horde player. He's a Horde player and I'm an Alliance player, and like, but we like understand, like, he's like, yes, I know he's not the one who's defending Sylvanas' actions. He's like, yeah, Sylvanas is evil, like 100%. Will I fight under her? Sure, because I like to be the evil guy, but like, I know she's evil, like, that was kind of cruel, and I'm like, great, okay, so that's fine as long as you understand that. But we were just like, okay, so what's happening next? And so we'll be talking about, like, okay, based on this, and this, I think Sylvanas will turn into this kind of character. But I'm like, no. I feel like Blizzard's writing is going like this. So, like, that's the type of thing I like to talk about.
Yeah, no, and that's fun too.
Pick things apart and be like, okay, based on this little piece and this little piece, and I think Blizzard might be trying to do this, so let's pull this little piece. This might happen. So I guess I like the stuff with the most evidence, because I try to make very plausible theories. Like, I try to be right, but then sometimes they'll be like, but what if Blizzard pulls a fast one on us and it's actually like this? I don't have a...
So you like plausible with the side of what if. Just because, like, you don't want to be completely right all the time. You want them to surprise you.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, well, why aren't you listening to all the WoW lore podcasts and stuff? And it's like... Because, like, while I like theory crafting, I don't like listening to other people theory craft. I like making my own opinion and then playing the game and figuring out what actually does happen. I don't like all these other ideas that people put in my head, i.e., I don't like when you do this with Kisa, you put the ideas in my head, and I'm like, I don't like that. Do you see the root of my behavior now? I don't like listening to other people theory craft, but I like doing it myself for certain things. Okay?
Whereas with that particular theory, which I'm not going to go into, to me, that's a mix of a what if and a crazy, because I don't actually think that's what's going to happen. But there's some
evidence.
There's a lot of evidence that says it could. And so I enjoy that aspect of it, because it's like, I said this as just a crazy, nonchalant, like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if? And then it kind of just grew into this, like, it actually is technically plausible. I don't think they'll do it, because I as far as I understand, the two characters in question have met, and I think we would know by this point if he was related in that regard.
Right.
So I don't think that's what it is, but if it is, I will laugh. That's all I can really say about it.
I'll fly to Canada and punch you, so.
If I'm right, you'll and punch me? Okay.
Yes. Not Falcom, not the people who wrote it, the person who put the idea in my head.
Hey, it's just it's a fun one for me to think about. As you can tell, I prefer the what ifs and the crazy, because the plausible, like, you can almost always assume that you're right, and that's fun. But I enjoy like going way out there and having a chance of being wrong.
See, that's the
Even
thing. Is like the games I do it like if I theory craft for with a lot of evidence with like Kiseki, whoops, or
mhm,
Trails, yeah,
mhm,
you're most likely going to be right because it's kind of linear and like
yeah.
the story will only branch so much. Something like WoW, you can think you're right all day. And most likely you'll still be wrong because Blizzard will do something to pull it out the butt because there's so many characters and so
Oh,
many
hell
different
yeah.
things coming on and they like keeping so many things secret and sometimes they'll retcon things by saying something else actually went underneath the surface that happened which motivated this character to do this and she's actually a good guy and whatever. You're most likely wrong because there's probably a piece of evidence that Blizzard didn't allow you to have to make that conclusion.
And I hate that. I absolutely abhor that. It's like, look, that's not fair. You can't be like, oh, well, it was actually the butler that we never saw, and they did it because of this reason. And it's like, that's fucking bullshit. That there was no evidence of that. That was just you not wanting the fans to be right. Fuck you.
um, if they sometimes they very rarely do that. It's more like
Yeah.
there are so many underlying things that are going on politically and like in the world. Like there's like so many different forces. Don't pull out the Wow Bible. There's so many different forces acting on the world that any one of them can influence something. So like
Right.
all these possibilities are there, but like they can you don't know which one is actually affecting the thing or if it's just seriously that one person believing that one thing doing this thing or whatever. So like usually the plausibilities are there, but thinking about the right combination is
Gotcha.
really hard.
I gotcha. Well,
Yeah.
that's still fun. Yeah, I just love bouncing off of people who are on similar wavelengths. And that's the thing. Unfortunately, you're the person I talk to the most about Kiseki stuff. So you get the bouncing of that theory that you hate. And I don't do it to piss you off. I do it because it's like I want to bounce off somebody, but I have nobody to bounce off of.
It's just like, what about this? I'm
I
like,
just
cat, shut up. I'm just like, no, no, no,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
this. I'm like, cat, please stop.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like, but what if this thing happens? And you're like, well, based on this evidence, we already know that it does happen. I'm like, cat, let me just have fun. I know that it's probably happening, but let me just think about it, okay? Let me pretend I theory crafted.
Oh man, I'm the theory crafting buzzkill. But I gotta say though, my favorite fan theory kind of sorta it's more of a what if scenario or a what if way of thinking about it. So it doesn't change anything and it can't be proven one way or another, which is kind of a disappointment, but it's a really fun way to play the game. Um, what if Adol is the bad guy?
Oh, you're gonna pull from the mythos now.
I'm gonna pull from the mythos now. So in the original East myth, the warrior in red is actually the devil, and he sinks East because it's a den of sin, and it has been forsaken by God. And he's like, "Haha, you're forsaken by God. I'm gonna fuck you." That's literally like very, very bare bones plot, right, of that myth. And so it's funny that the character who is dressed in red and who sinks East, spoilers for a 30-year-old game, um, is Adol. So therefore, if we're going based off the myth, he is the devil. And it kind of works in every single game because in every single game he goes, he kills a god, he destroys their way of using magic, he destroys the weather system, he is just a path of destruction,
Wait
and
a
then he
second.
leaves.
But wait a second, you forgot the most recent game
Oh yeah, where he actually kills God?
where he kills a god, but makes a new one.
That's true. That's true.
He saves the planet, Cat. I
Well,
don't
the
know what
thing
you're
is-
talking about.
The thing is, just because he's the devil doesn't mean he's bad, if that makes sense.
Right.
Because in a lot of myths, especially like if we're looking at the Greek and Roman like predecessor myths, it's like we've got the person who is the analog for hell, and they're not a bad guy, they're just doing their job. And I think that's kind of what is going on with the French myth. the devil isn't bad. The devil is having fun because a town was forsaken by God. Because the princess of that town was doing some evil fucking shit and totally deserved what came to her.
I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But yeah, no, that's my favorite way to play East is like the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy. I can kill gods.
Yeah, damn straight I do. But yeah, and then he leaves. He destroys their way of using magic time, and then he fucks off to the next place.
I've only played 2 of them, and in both of them, it looked like he did a good thing, so I don't know.
Well, no, he still does good things. Like, again, sinking East in the original myth is a good thing. So, like, the devil isn't the bad guy in that story. I'm trying to emphasize that. He's just...
Yeah. I played Zelceta and 8. And both times... Okay, yeah. I mean, Zelceta, I don't think he even kills the dude. I thought he just... I don't want
Yeah, no, he doesn't kill the god.
He was just like... And the god was like,
kind of makes the god obsolete.
Yeah. But then the god was like, and I was going to offer you this thing. And he's all like, nah. Bitch. I'm gonna do this my own way. It's like, but you were gonna be the chosen one. He's like, nah.
Yeah,
I'm already the chosen one. Yeah. I'll do this on my own.
I got that. Don't worry. Yeah. I'm good. But yeah, no, that's definitely my favorite what if scenario, next to the one I'm not allowed to talk about. Are there any, other than obviously that makes you mad, are there any kinds of fan theories that you're just like, no, you don't like? Like, are you a fan of headcanons? Are you
headcanons can be silly. Do I agree with most of them? Unless they align with my own headcanons, no.
Well, that's just it. Like, headcanons can be fun, but they can also be like, no, there's no way that would work. Like, it's fine to think about and there's no harm in about it, but there's just no way that could happen.
Right.
Okay. But yeah. No, headcanons can be fun for sure. Like, I headcanon that Reen just deserves happiness and Falcom doesn't.
That's a fair headcanon. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep, no, Reen and Kevin and Joshua and Estelle and just all of them, they all deserve...
I have a headcanon where they're all in the same game.
Well, soon that'll be canon from the looks of it.
Shh, I was trying to keep that on the down low.
I want them all in the same game. Give it to me, Falcom.
What if all of them were there except the one you really wanted?
Oh my god, I'd be so sad.
I would laugh so hard.
You would be...
I would be on the ground crying if that happened.
I'd be using it as an excuse as to why my fan theory is actually right, and then whatever. I would cry.
Okay. Sure.
Yep. But yeah, oh my god, if he's not there, I'm gonna be so sad.
To be fair, the only headcanons I have are like persona relationships, so... Oh yeah. It's just like, yeah, so the canon route for P4 is probably Marie, just because the ending of Golden, and then the canon route for P5, my preference is Makoto. They have the, because Futaba's just too much little sister, even though she's the best character. Yeah. And Makoto just seems like the right fit. I don't know, it's just hard to describe. And so it's like, okay, there's that.
I think they grow the most. Like, both of them grow the most in Makoto's route. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, Anne's route is good, too, but I don't know.
I stopped doing Anne's route. And also, it's like, there's always the headcanon of, like, it's Ryuji and Anne, and Haru feels bad, man, so a lot of people put Haru with Akechi. I guess I understand people who want Haru and Ren to be a canon. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I still feel like Makoto's the better one, right? Better canon relationship, especially since, like, I don't know, since he's like the leader of the Phantom Thieves and he, like, you know, does phantom things, and he's like buff because he has to work out to do Phantom Thief things, and he knows how to, you know, make lockpicks and stuff, and Makoto's like very matter of fact and is like, I'm gonna be a police officer. It's just like they have, like, they both can, like, probably do martial arts, but they kind of are opposites, yet they're not, because they're both on the Phantom Thief. It's, like, hard to describe, but I love it. I love the chemistry they have. It's funny.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I never did finish Makoto's route because I ran out of time. I was like one
Oh,
pairing away from.
for
I was like that with a
shame.
couple of them, and I was like, "Fuck." I didn't expect the game to end when it ended too,
Nobody
so that
expected
didn't
the game
help.
to end when it ended. It's
I
like,
expected an yeah,
I have another couple months.
yeah, that's all I wanted. I just wanted like one more month, and no, the game had different ideas.
Yep.
And I was like, there's no way it's ending here because there's an event at this specific time of year,
Yep.
and I haven't hit that yet. And then it was like zoomed.
That's what we all thought.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
But I got Ryuji's chocolate, so it all worked
Oh
out.
my god. I went out with Futaba my first run.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just because I was like, oh my god, Futaba's so great.
I like the one where you piss everyone off. The one where you get the coffee shop guy,
Yeah.
the coffee dad's chocolate.
Yep. Yep.
That one's my favorite.
Oh yeah. See, it's great because my first playthrough I played as Akira Kurusu, so my second playthrough I get to play as Ren Amamiya, and it's like
There you go.
perfect.
And he'll be New Game Plus.
He'll be New Game
not
Plus
not quite as
God
New
status.
Game Plus as your dog, but yeah.
No, my dog is way more New Game Plus than that can ever be. So New Game
Oh
Plus.
man.
What are we
that's
talking
fun.
about? I like
It's
getting
fine.
off track.
We
This
pretty
is
much
great.
said all we wanted to say about fan theories, and like I agree. Theory crafting is really fun, and I'm sorry that my version of theory crafting doesn't jive with you, and it makes me sad because I'd love to talk about it all day, all night,
I know,
every day.
I know.
But
Maybe
it
if
does,
you theory crafted with characters that I don't love really dearly to my heart, maybe I'd listen.
See, that's what I don't get. I thought like theory crafting with that particular character would make you be like, oh yeah, that's a kind of fun way to think about it. But no, it just made you mad.
No.
I don't understand. It's not like I'm theory crafting bad things about them. I'm just, theory crafting about stuff.
No.
And it's because you don't like the other character. I get it. It's like I'm trying to make a character you love and a character you don't particularly care for.
Wonder which characters
connect.
those are.
Yep. By the way, I'm sure by now we're starting to advertise our zine, and maybe you'll get a hint of who I'm talking about. Cause
Oh my god, that's right, you did do that.
I did.
You 100% did that.
I did.
Oh god.
And I got away with it too.
You did get away with it. Got away with with criminal things.
I did. It's not criminal.
Nobody else knows the underlying implications between that picture.
Nope, just me, and that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Oh god.
And if it ever becomes canon, which it won't, like, because if it became canon, then wow, what's his name's genetics are just like the worst. Like, honestly, the worst. It's bad enough that they don't look alike, but the fact that, yeah, it would just be bad.
Hey man, never mind. I was gonna start theory crafting, but I don't want to bring up this theory crafting, so we're not gonna do that.
Okay. Damn, I almost had it.
You almost got me.
But yeah, a bit of a shorter one today, but it was still fun to talk about different types of fan theories. Are there any fan theories you tend to enjoy? Any ones that you are willing to share with us that hopefully aren't too spoilery, or if they are, like, omit the spoilery bits.
So Nanako is actually the bad guy?
Oh man, that explains everything.
You should have quit while you were ahead, big bro.
That was so great.
So good.
Oh, I love that thing.
Oh
so
my
much.
god.
It's awful. It's beautiful.
It's awful. It's so awful. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's so great.
Man.
Oh, do you know what's funny though? Kind of stepping back before we conclude for real. There was a chunk of time there where I thought character in Cold Steel 2 was a character from the third because they have the same hairdo, eye color, and hair color. The only difference is one, it has an eye patch. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Man, why am I blinking so hard? I'm like forgetting all characters in Cold Steel 2 suddenly.
And one. She's in one as well.
Eye patch. Wait, the only person who has an eye patch is, does it start with an S?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And who do you think it was from Sky?
The third.
The third specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody who has the same hairdo, same eye color, and same hair color. And is constantly hungry.
What? No. No.
They're not. They're not the same person, but for a while there, I'm like, why do they look so much alike, Falcom? Because, like, they do. They look alike. I can't say it any other.
Okay. Aw, sorry. My dog melts my heart sometimes.
Oh, your doggy being cute.
Little doggy. He sits down in his normal position, looks at me, and then plops.
Aww.
So cute. Oh, okay. So I was waiting for it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah. We're being very secretive.
Yep.
Super
I
secret.
mean, I could.
Yeah.
Say
Okay.
it,
So it
because
was
not-
that. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. For some reason, I thought the Cold Steel one had a lot. Her name hair color.
Yes.
I thought it was a more vibrant, darker. So I was like, wait a second, they don't have the same hair color, but
they do.
but now I'm looking at it and they do.
And not only that, there's a part where they tell you that they used to be in the same profession as the other character. So
Oh my
I'm
god,
like,
they have the same type of weapon. Never mind.
Yeah, they have the same weapon.
I didn't
They
know
have the
that.
same-
I've only.
They have.
Whoa.
Like, there was so much similar, and I'm like,
That's
oh my god,
kinda
did something
creepy.
happen? I was like, did something happen to another character, making them change their name and then also like attitude
Them
and
same
getting
eye
all
color.
mad?
This is kind of scary.
And so I was really scared about playing the third, because this was before I played the third, and I didn't know what happened to my precious character, because I love him. And so yeah, for the entire game in the third, I'm just terrified of like what's gonna happen to him, what's gonna happen to him, what's gonna happen to him.
Ren, don't eat that. That's right.
Oh no.
Yeah, you better stop. Okay,
Oh
sorry.
no, Pupper's being bad.
Eating the curtains. Don't eat the curtains.
Oh no.
Hey. Thank you. Don't give me that look. Okay, sorry.
No, it's all good. But yeah, no, isn't that like I have a feeling, and especially considering what happens to the character in Cold Steel, I have a theory that there will be a connection somewhere.
Oh, most likely.
There has
I
to
was
be.
like,
Look
wait,
at
didn't
them.
we get like some backstory to her?
Yeah, we did.
I forgot it because I wasn't paying attention when playing Cold Steel 2, I'll be honest.
It's almost identical to...
Of course it is. Okay, so maybe look into that when I replay Cold Steel 2. It'll be great. Fuck. No. Denied.
See, so I can theory craft with characters you don't care about. Good.
Actually, yeah, you can. See?
I found a Kiseki theory I can talk about, and I haven't mentioned that any... Like, it was wrong, right? As far as we know, it's wrong.
I like this
Because
picture.
they're not the same character despite same eye shape, same eye color, same hairstyle, and same weapon, and same profession for a chunk of time.
I'm sure our listeners are really enjoying this very
They can
hidden
figure out who I'm talking about.
I mean, if they've played all the games. Not all our audience are Kiseki fans. Cat. What? Oh my god, you sound so... Oh god, where'd he go? Oh god!
Okay, so we're gonna end it here. Follow us on
I accidentally clicked on the YouTube video.
Twitch, YouTube, bell, subscribe, like, yay, goodbye!